everyone, in this video I want to tell you about the hanging rock legend. But I will introduce myself first. My name is Soraya Simanjuntak. I study at the North Tapanuli District Government Nursing Academy, Level 1 Semester 2. My supervisor is Mrs. Trimei Hutauro. Now I will start it. Hanging rock legend. Once upon a time, in a small village on the shore of Lake Toba, there lived a husband and wife with a beautiful daughter named Seruni. Apart from being beautiful, Seruni is also classified as a diligent child because she always helps her parents when they are working in the fields, where the results are used to fulfill their daily needs. One day, Seruni had to work in the fields alone because her parents were in need of something in a neighboring village. She was only accompanied by her pet dog named Sitoki. Arriving at the Seruni field, she just sat there while looking at the beautiful nature of Lake Toba, while the dog, Sitoki, sat beside him, staring at his master's face, who looked like she was facing a problem. Occasionally, the dog barks to distract Seruni when there is something suspicious around the field. In fact, the last few days, Seruni had always looked gloomy. This is because the father will set her up with a young man who is still classified as his own cousin. In fact, he had an affair with a young man in his village and had promised to build a household. This situation made she confused, didn't know what to do, and began to despair. She suddenly fell into a large rock hole until she entered the bottom. And being at the bottom of a very dark hole made the beautiful girl scared and screamed for help from her beloved dog. However, because Sitoki is only an animal, she cannot do anything except constantly barking around the mouth of the hole. Finally, the girl was getting desperate and said to herself, I'd better just die. After saying that, somehow the walls of the hole began to close together. Parapat, parapat, parapat ho! Exclaimed Seruni, so that the stone walls were getting closer and squeezing her body. Seeing this incident, Sitoki immediately ran to the house to ask for help. Arriving at Sitoki's house, he immediately approached Seruni's parents, who happened to be already at home. While barking, scratching the ground, and patching around his employer, Sitoki tried to tell him that Seruni was in danger. Realizing what the dog was hinting at, Seruni's parents immediately headed for the field. The two of them ran, following Sitoki to the edge of the hole where their daughter had fallen. When she heard her daughter scream from the hole, Mother immediately made a torch as a light because it was already dusk. Meanwhile, the father ran back to the village to ask the neighbor for help. Not long after, most of the neighbors had gathered at Seruni's father's house to go together to the hole where Seruni had fallen. They broke bamboo ladders, ropes, and torches for lighting. When the group arrived in the field, with tears in their eyes, Mrs. Seruni said to her husband, Sir, the hole is too deep and not translucent. I only heard the faint voice of our child who said, Parapat, parapat batu. Without answering his wife's question, Father Seruni immediately looked into the hole and shouted, Seruni, 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 my daughter, we will help you. The mother shouted too. Several times they shouted, but did not receive an answer from Seruni. Only Seruni's voice was heard, faintly telling the rocks around her to come closer and crush her. The residents present at the place also tried to help by stretching a rope to the bottom of the hole. But Seruni did not touch or hold it at all. Feeling worried, the father decided to follow his daughter into the hole. Mom, hold on to this torch. I will come down to pick up our child. Don't be reckless, sir. This hole is very dangerous. Prevent the wife. Yes, sir. This hole is very deep and dark, said one of the neighbors. After Seruni's father cancelled his intention, suddenly there was a roar and the earth shook violently, which made the hole slowly close together and close by itself. Seruni, who was in the hole, finally crashed and could not be saved. A few moments after the earthquake stopped, above the closed hole appeared a large rock that resembled a girl's body, which seemed to hang on a cliff wall on the edge of Lake Toba. People who saw the incident believe that the stone was an incarnation of Seruni and later named it Hanging Rock. And because the last word Seruni heard by the resident was Parapat, Parapat, and Parapat, the area around Batu Gantung was then given the name Parapat. Now, Parapat has been transformed into one of the tourist destinations in North Sumatra province. Okay everyone, for your attention to listen my storytelling, I hope you enjoyed watching my video. I say thank you and goodbye.